Hi guys, but welcome back to another 2020 forecast. So we're going to continue on from where we left off, which was March. So we're going to do April, May, and June. So we got some messages from Spirit. They're saying, are you listening to Spirit? Are you open to all signs, sight, hearing, music playing, triggering memories? Look up at the clouds, street signs, and billboards. And funny enough, after I wrote this down, I was shuffling and I got clouds, shape-shifting. So clouds shape-shift into, shapes and maybe might signify something for you. I did post a while back that sorry, I'm just trying to get, there we go. Okay. Just trying to, okay, if I go a little out. Let's try to bring this back a little more. Sorry about that, guys. So I was looking up at the clouds in the bathroom, and I could see that this heart was there. And then the clouds kept shifting down, and then the clouds turned into an angel. And I wish I had my camera on me, but it was downstairs, and my bathroom's upstairs. So it's like something I would love to take a picture of and show. I always take pictures of that so I can always remember those signs that came from God. And we pulled the cloud shape-shifting card. Some are feeling closed off. Open yourself up to Spirit. They're saying meditate, take a nice bath. They're showing me a bath with candles and nice music on. Some are in denial, and some are not listening again. They're saying March and May are going to be significant months for money. They're also about June is going to be a significant month. So March and May are going to be money, and funny enough, Saturn will be leaving Capricorn at that time, and its influence in the heavens. And because we have Jupiter with Capricorn, anyone with that significant sign of Capricorn will get most of that abundance from Capricorn with money in March. March 1st is when Mars will leave. Oh my gosh, Saturn will leave. I don't know why I said Mars. While Saturn will leave. Sorry about that. Just gotta tell the kids to be quiet. But it's like anyone under that influence, and then it'll trickle down to the sign. So anyone that is the same sign as a Capricorn, you will significantly feel the abundance from Jupiter, the giving and opening doors of Jupiter. And for those of you that are like myself, I'm a Libra, I will not feel that as much as a Capricorn will. One of my good friends is a Capricorn, so she will see significant growth this year. So some of those cards that were pulled, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So we had a lot of fun this holiday season. I hope all of you did as well. So hopefully, Spirit sees you're having fun and your willingness to move forward. I love that this signifies maybe like the seven chakras, or even like being in alignment. Also, the rainbow, abundance and prosperity. Rainbows, a pot of gold, they're lucky. So that's a really nice card. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. So planting those little star seeds, planting those seeds along the ground. You reap what you sow. So if you plant the positive seeds, those seeds will flourish into trees. Trees of prosperity. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And you see the two owls closed there. It's like they're meditating. Getting your sleep, getting your rest. I'm one to talk, but you need that rejuvenation. Funny enough, we got this on the daily pick of cards for Friday. The third card, Archangel Shamiel. So bring yourself back into alignment. So you may find like you have a lot of headaches or migraines. Getting triggered, so it's triggering your soul, pulling on your heartstrings, I hear. And then he has the orb at the center of which is your stomach. So some of you, I know my nephews and my mom are not feeling well right now, and it's stomach issues. So some of you are feeling out of balance. A lot of multi-viruses happening in people. So call upon Shamiel if you're suffering from any of these to help alleviate this suffering that you're dealing with. And he will gladly come and aid you. So the Hierophant, this is from the Astrology Answers Master Tarot deck. So I'm just going to look that up. When the Hierophant appears, tradition and seeking of wise counsel. Is called for. The Hierophant may also represent a Taurus in your life, or one that is about to enter your life. Routine and structure and good work ethic are the things that Tauruses love. And this is why a Taurus is embodied by the Hierophant. We also have a Taurus when prosperity lies ahead, is the next card I was about to pull. And it's also a Taurus. Taurus full moon. New moon in Taurus, sorry. So we got double Taurus here. This is why the Taurus embodies the Hierophant. Learning and reverting back to traditional roots may be the message when you see the Hierophant. You may consult with a third party in your situation if you are stuck or need advice. It is important that you not make any decisions on your own today. Education, research, and old school ways of doing things is the way to go in your day and situation. The Hierophant also represents new beginnings or elevated situations and your elevated situations that are very likely at this time. Though this occurs when your life life more easily if you seek counsel and assistance from the older sources, and with a traditional setting. It often signifies going back to school, joining a church or spiritual group. Sometimes the third source sought with the Hierophant is simply your higher power with the divine within. So I'm hearing if things are not going your way with work, Spirit is saying go back to your old school ways. What made you be successful in the past is what you have to go back to. They keep emphasizing the old school ways, because you think about what did you do early on when you were successful. What did all that hard work and drive that you put in before? It seems like you're half-assing it now. So they're just saying, go back and like how you fell in love with this. Why? Go back to your roots. Why you fell in love with what you're doing. This may be your relationship, or, what are the activities did you do that brought you guys back together? I know children change the situation and everyone's like, you have to choose your partner over your children. That's true for others, but it's like every relationship is different. But they're saying here, go back. They keep emphasizing old sources, old school ways, to help with this situation. I feel this is work. It indicates you are educating yourself at a higher level. A new beginning starts as a result. Starts as a result. I don't know why I said stats, but starts as a result. So I feel like someone's feeling frustrated that things are not going the way that has they seen them before. That maybe because it's growing pains, or it's you've exploded so much that it's like you can't keep up, and it's like they're saying just go back to your old school ways if you're feeling frustrated. Prosperity lies ahead, as I said, double Taurus, because the Hierophant also represents the Taurus. Winter solstice, which we just entered, and reflection. And it's basically, as we end 2019 and going into 2020, we were reflecting a lot. How our life has changed for the positive, or maybe have changed for the negative. Being thankful for the positive blessings that have happened. So looking up the card meaning, exactly what I said. Reviewing the past year and ask yourself, what's the most important lesson you had to learn? You can also see how much have you grown. This is a time of isolation. This is a time for rest. This is a time to gather yourself. We've got, 4 days left until the 2020. So it's like, what do you want to leave behind in 2019? What do you want to accomplish in 2020? This is a great time to do your vision board. I know a lot of people have done theirs already. Whether it's been reflecting a smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledging your experience as being the work of Source. and honoring that work, whatever happened, all the positive things that happened in your life, the positive changes with myself, making that conscious choice in the beginning of 2019 not to live in grief anymore over the loss of my husband, the sudden loss of my husband. I grieve him still. I still miss him. We still love him. We're moving forward together with him, and knowing that he's just taking his true form, which is spirit, and this is just a temporary separation, and we will be united again. Making that positive change, allowing myself to move forward, not allowing myself to stand still anymore, and making those positive changes led me to be a healer, led me to meet new beautiful friends, led me to go back to friends that I had made in the past, and to learn from her and respect her as a mentor on one level, but also respect her as a decent human being that is in my life, and I'm very blessed to have. Reflecting on all the things that have occurred, making that change in my life. I'm just speaking on myself, that all the positive changes that will come and that are to come. Remember, with Saturn being in the heavens under the influence of Capricorn, we are seeing things delayed, but the cards always reflect saying that things are coming in. Spirit is also saying March and May are the months of money. No matter what your judgment, fear, or joys are, honor whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness. Then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet, slow time in reflection. So make yourself a nice cup of tea, put on some nice music, light some candles, and make your vision board. There is no wrong or right way. If you're someone that's creative and you love scrapbooking, this is the perfect crafting project for you to do. Go freaking nuts. I get my children to do this. They're very artistic. So we draw ours. We have magazines and like flyers and stuff, but nothing that would kind of reflect of what we want to put on our boards. So we just tend to look up pictures on the internet and just draw from there. Like, we want to go to Bali. I had mentioned this in another video, how my oldest son loves elephants. So one thing I would love to do is myself or himself be able to take us to go to Bali and allow him to see the elephants. It's something he's always wanted to do, is be with elephants. Once you feel completed, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you are finished, consider what is it all to come and the different possibilities and potentials that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition, and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body and whatever scenarios play out in your mind. So let your imagination run wild, and put it somewhere where you can look upon it all the time, that you're able to sit there and see it. I have mine on my headboard, so when I walk in my room, that's the first thing that kind of catches my eye, unless one of my kids are in my room. But it's like it catches your eye, so you're able to see. And I always sit there and I'm like, things that have some things haven't come to full fruition, but like a lot of things that I put down have happened. So the last card we have is Clouds and Shapeshifting. And funny enough, Spirit had mentioned this. You're not paying attention. Some of you, they're like, look up. Some of you, I see you're looking down at the ground, and God is saying, and Spirit is saying, whoever you believe in, look up. I'm showing you signs, things that's made significant things to you. Giving you a positive confirmation that things will start to come easier. We had the woman all tied up for Friday, and she was basically saying the same thing in the reverse position, where she's like, where you had struggled before, you will no longer struggle. Things will come much easier to you. So you can shapeshift by your choices of clothing, hairstyle, facial expression. So like you're dyeing your hair. That's what they're talking about, shapeshifting. Maybe even your beliefs are shapeshifting. Like you're shaping it. Maybe you've had some significant, profound moment in your life where you're now shifting your focus to, like, maybe you're going to be more spiritual and down to earth. Changing your diet. I heard someone's becoming a vegan or a vegetarian. Hats off to you. That is truly a life altering decision. Because you have to be, really mindful of what what's in your food. So you're gonna have to take more time at the grocery store watching what you're putting in your body. So it's like a devotion to yourself, to your mind, body, soul, and spirit, because you're deciding to do this. Lift up your head, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and your heart open to the world, and note how it feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two, and let your head drop a little. Observe how this feels. So I guess this is kind of like when you're meditating and stuff. Angels use the cloud to show us signs of love, and they let us know that we are never alone. When you are feeling like you need some guidance or a sign, look up to the clouds. I was reading a part and I sneezed and I lost my spot. Sorry. Oh, she's talking some stuff. That's why I thought I lost my spot, but I didn't. She starts talking about her own experiences, like I did. So you may see significant birds as well. Me, hawks and eagles are significant to me. My father always loved eagles, and he said it's hard to soar like an eagle when you're flying with a bunch of turkeys. So eagles were significant to me. We saw a lot of eagles. I haven't seen an eagle in about a year now. So I always look to the skies. We saw hawks though. And like I said before in previous videos, a hawk was at my oldest son's school when things were amiss. And I think that was a sign, for us to homeschool. I've homeschooled since. I saw hawks before my husband passed. This year we were blessed to see a hawk family actually give birth to 3 babies. That was beautiful to see. So hawks mean a lot to me. So it's like, look to the air: blue jays, cardinals, woodpeckers, gray jays, the North American bluebird. It looks like a robin, except it like the chest is red like a robin, but where the robin is brown, it's blue. It's a very significant bird. Very rare to see. I've only seen it once since I've lived here, and last year I saw it before we headed into winter. I haven't seen it this year, so it's a very just keep your. I feel like someone's walking it. I feel like this is a female walking with her head like looking at her feet. And Spirit is saying, "Look up." Maybe you're missing a lot by keeping your feet to the ground. So we're gonna start with April's pile and see what April has in store for us. So we're starting with April. I let go of the shadow of the past and see someone for the first time with eyes of love. This actually speaks to me for someone that I read often on the live Instagram videos. And it's like someone that has been brought to her attention before, but she never saw him that way. And I was like, give him a chance, because he checks some of the boxes for it. I was like, if you give him a chance, he'll check a lot more than you realize. So maybe actually looking at someone differently. You never see them that way, but you take off those goggles, or you put those love goggles on, and you see them in different light. Our second card is Lotus Flower Unfoldment. So the lotus flower, when it's dark, it retreats underneath the water. It gets recharged and gets all the fertilizer it needs. And when the sun starts shining out again, it comes out into this beautiful bloom. So much like ourselves, when we're in the light, we shine, we bloom. So unfoldment. So things are about to unfold for some people. Make sure your face is always turned towards the sun. So I'm going to get the unfoldment meaning. lotus flower is also a significant signal of they're saying fulfillment. Thank you, Spirit. It's also like prosperity and good luck. It's in this the Earth Magic, or not Earth Magic, beg your pardon, the Energy Oracle deck. It's in the Sun card. They have lotus flowers, and the Sun card is the most profound card in that deck. It's kind of like it's like the Wheel of Fortune, new beginnings. Let's take a little bit to load, so I'm just gonna go on to the next one. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. So this is kind of like Cupid's arrow to me, that you're finding love, and maybe this plays into looking at someone for the first time in a different set of eyes. You've always saw them as a friend, but it's like, maybe you're going to see them, you're going to give them a chance and see them through a different set of eyes. Breathe. So we got this as well for Friday's daily cards. For some of you who are feeling anxiety with the eclipse, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy to release old patterns. Old patterns that no longer serve us. So we have the Nine of Swords. Again, solitude. And funny enough, we had the card in the beginning talking about winter solstice and solitude. Going it alone. But we have this in the reverse, so maybe you're coming out of this kind of feeling. Okay. The lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen from the surface as the sun, held to the hand of God. Invites it upward to the light. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of the body of water. Its stem reaches up to the surface, where the leaves rest quietly. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight, and once again gradually unfolding its petals. Its stem extends above the waterline 3 feet or more. What we learn from this amazing plant is how we, in our own spiritual paths, unfold and opens to the light. When at times gentle folds into itself for a proper rest, and when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained and nourishing during the day. It also just as important that it is rooted, as it gets another miracle of nature, that something so beautiful forms from the mud and the sleet at the water's bottom. So it's so true. It's just like, when we go through those profound journeys where we retreat, and not because we're a coward, but we retreat because, we have to defend ourselves. We have to make decisions on a whim. So we retreat to protect ourselves, to protect our family, and we take care of our own. So we're not so much in the forefront anymore. And this is just the time to reroot ourselves. Sometimes something comes by and smashes our roots, our foundation. This is kind of very much like a tarot moment, where it's like they're talking about when our foundation is shattered, we go back to the dirt, correct? Because you shattered to the ground, you crumbled. And then we slowly build ourselves, making sure we're well rooted, our foundation is strong, so it'll never crumble or be derooted again. And that way we can stand 3 feet taller than we were before, to rise our head to the sunshine. And this is what Spirit was talking about with the clouds, shape-shifting, to stop looking at our feet and start looking up to the skies, to see the significant messages from angels. So the key meanings to the Nine of Swords: anxiety, stress, disruption, insomnia. So a lot of you are feeling this way with the eclipse. It's going to be, this eclipse energy will affect us for the next 6 months. The reverse card can signify difficult emotions along with stress, guilt, despair, or a sense of victimhood. This dark night of the soul is soon over, however, bringing recovery and peace of mind. So it's short lived. So don't fret that, you're going through this. The moon, very nice. So it looks like April's going to be a very spiritual month. And it's, April, like usually Easter. March, April is Easter, depending how the calendar falls. That's why I say that. I hear Spirit is saying honor yourself. Honor yourself. Honor yourself in April. Maybe something significant is like going to trigger you. With me, April is when my father passed. So I kind of dread Easter in some sense, but it's like with my children, it's like, my dad gave me a gift. It's like, you celebrate Easter. I'm still kind of down sometimes. Some years are better than others, but it's like, make it positive for your children. I always tried to do that. Try not to let them see how I was feeling. When the moon appears in your reading, your intuition and your emotions will prevail over intellect in your situation. This is a key reason why this. Sorry, I just fixed the font. This is a key reason why this card symbolizes the intuitive water sign of Pisces. Pisces is a reflector and uses their psychic gifts to ponder over situations. We also kind of have that in reflection. When we pulled the reflection card, Pisces are reflectors. I love when cards play out to each other. Pisces is a reflector and uses psychic gifts to ponder over situations and pulls back to do so on occasion. Very much like the lotus flower. It pulls back to retreat into the darkness and reflect on this situation and then comes back out stronger, 3 feet taller than anything else. You also get that with the towers, that they're tall and strong. So with the lotus, we retreat, but we stand taller when we come out of the situation because we've learned. We took the time to reflect and heal. We just didn't jump back into it. There is something missing from the picture, at least from your picture. You do not have all the facts at hand to make any decisions, either in love or in play at this time. Follow your heart and your intuition, and don't be afraid to ask for psychic messages either. Pull back and meditate or listen to your instincts. What is it telling you? The missing puzzle piece is there. It might not be available to you right now, but the night does not last forever, and in due time this information reveals itself. So it's very much like you're in the dark phase of the lotus flower, where you're underground, you're reflecting, you're getting all your facts straight, so you're making sure that you have everything and all your ducks in a row. Spirit is saying thank you before you make your move. So there's no reverse meaning to this, so it's personal growth. April seems like it's a very spiritual month. It's how your soul is gonna grow. Spiritual growth. Then personal growth is from the numerology deck. This card indicates a time of significant growth and improvement. You are being encouraged to do your best you can. This is a time to ask yourself, who am I? What do I want for my life? And what is preventing me from achieving it? When you ask yourself these questions, observe whatever comes up. Then acknowledge your mental and physical limitations. Set realistic goals for overcoming them, and take the necessary steps to follow through. With desire and determination, you can reach your full potential. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to investigate anything that helps you raise your conscious awareness, enhances your self-esteem. It may be a book, CD, online seminar, workshop, health group, yoga practice, or meditation. Or it may be working with an energy worker, therapist, or life coach. Whatever suits your needs, a step in this direction, regardless of what it is, will set you up for life. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize the natural cycles and rhythms of your life. Excuse me. Cycles that are leading you toward a time of significant growth and improvement. As you improve yourself, you improve your quality of life. As you raise your awareness, you align yourself with Source. This is all you need to make your dreams come true. So believe in yourself. Sometimes we put all the work and effort we can, and that was in the reverse. So happy family in the reverse in April. That does have a reverse meaning. So sometimes we do put a lot of effort into things we want to happen, and sometimes there are things that stand in our way. With me, it's the location where I'm living. I live out so isolated in such a rural area. It's like hard to improve my situation, but I'm very blessed in the way that God has blessed me to be a healer, where I can do that anywhere. So my gift is to keep growing. So putting myself out in the forefront and listening to Spirit, to what their guidance is. Happy family, closeness, fun, caring. So we have this in the reverse. When the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin or a family of origin, such as your parents or siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostility that needs to be worked on, or perhaps some finesse that needs to be mended. Fences that need to be mended. It sounds like someone is coming to in a relationship, and your family does not like this gentleman, and it's. I feel like it's like basically you have to choose him over your family. So it's up to you what you want to do in this. I think you also have to find a happy medium here, because when the poop hits the fan, your family is always there for you. So this is a hard one to deal with. You don't want to isolate your family and your friends. Like, think about where you were before. Do you really want to go down that road again? Where you isolated yourself so much that when the poop hit the fan, that you had no one to rely on, no one to lean on. So make sure that you are making the right decisions. This is my own personal feeling, that you are balancing, both. There's room for both. I would not isolate yourself so much that you're isolated from your family. I would not. Just personally saying. Communication and patience may be called for here, so let your intuition be your guide. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your loving parent, your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go. I'm going to read the affirmation for this. I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I'm ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. I feel like there's a move going to happen, and it's like people are going to be against it, but you got to do what, financially what makes sense for your family. So this is a person that has children. This is a person trying to make changes in their life to significantly improve their family's way of life, so they're no longer struggling. And it's like some people are going against this, and it's like, I understand that, but they also have to understand, like, you have a family that you have to take care of, because no one's going to pay your bills but you. I know that's kind of harsh, but it's like, if you stay where you are, your situation's never going to change. It very much feels like your foot is stuck in the mud. So we're going to May now. So April, May, I surrender to a power greater than me. Island, solitude. So in May, we're also in isolation. So they're showing you that there's a storm And the storm is leaving us because the sun is shining now on this island. So the light is starting to come back into our lives. So April and May are solitude months, or reflecting on what situations have happened in our life. Hopefully it's not such a significant thing that we can't overcome this. I'm just going to look up the meaning. This doesn't have a guidebook, so I have to look online. I apologize. So I'm just going to keep moving on until the guidebook comes up. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So it's time to let go of the things of the past that no longer serve us. Maybe this is the breakup in the situation, so you isolate yourself to recover from the situation. Because in May, the snow starts to melt, because we're in the Western Hemisphere, we're Atlantic Ocean, so we get significant amounts of snow. Thank God this year it's not so crazy, because my poor back needs a break. So it's, we start to look forward to planting our flowers, sowing our seeds, getting our soil ready. So it's a significant time here. So I can see the sun coming in, that we're coming out of the winter, out of the cold and the dark weathers and the long days, coming into longer days. Although the island like this can be a metaphor for isolation or dissolution, the thriving tree proves that even in the harshest of environments, there is life. So coming over a harsh time, things still grow. Even if you take California, where they had the significant fires, you go back there, a couple months later, and you start to see the buds of life flourishing, even though in a tragic situation. When we see the hurricanes, just trample over certain islands and states, it's like you see life, rebirthing, renewal coming out of it. We can see that the trees, the trees' spider-like roots spread out along the rocks, seeking nourishment from the moist soil. The sense of peace and solitude, despite in this image, provides nourishment for your soul. So we're seeking nourishment. We're spreading. So maybe you're spreading your wings out. They're saying spreading your roots out. So maybe you're becoming more spiritual. Maybe something has happened where you do find that connection again. But they're saying maybe you're taking up meditation again. Maybe you're making a devotion and a change in your life, that you've reached a certain age where those things like clubbing and drinking and can absolutely smashed, where you're blacked out, that you're leaving those things behind, that you're actually becoming a more rounded person. You need to take some time for solitude, preferably in silence. Spend morning, afternoon, or evening, the entire day by yourself, completely unplanned and unstructured. The boredom of your sense of the noise and intensity of society leaves you on alert for more than is necessary. The vibration of the millions of people's worries and fears throughout the world can imping upon you greatly affect you if you don't honor your need to pull back for a time from time to time. So with me, I find watching the news can sometimes be overwhelming, very triggering with all the disasters, and when people are so disgusting to one another, taking someone's life without even not even thinking of how that will affect the rest of the world, affect the people in their lives. So it's you have to pull back from that stuff. If you find it triggers you, pull away from it. Hello from heaven. Oh, I love this. So I had this feeling that there's a death. I feel like there's a death in this. I feel like someone's going to pass. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I feel like someone's going to pass, and this is what the solitude is for. That you're gonna retreat, and then you're gonna come back up. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worry and feel their loving blessings. Because a lot of solitude, a lot of darkness. So someone may be passing. And I did say that this may be the hangman in reverse. I did feel that that some of you will be spending your last Christmas with your mother. That someone's mother is going to pass. And it was from a stroke. A significant stroke, they're saying. The hangman. Time, suspension, waiting, transition, protection, reveals, sacrifice. Life in suspension. So simply endure a necessary delay before you can move forward. During this wait, he is pushed into a higher level of consciousness. That's what I was talking about. That is very spiritual. So something's going to happen. That's why I feel like this is a passing of something. I feel that some of you are going to become widows. I feel like this is a male passing away, and I do apologize. This is, that's why a lot of people respect who I am, because I do give it the way it is. And I do apologize. I don't mean to be so forward in this. Purple crown chakra. There's a lot of purples here. So I feel like for some, even the tree is purple. So your crown chakra. So that makes sense that you'll be unto a higher consciousness with spirituality. So with the hangman, you're being brought up, and you see how the body's very muscular. They're showing all the I'm not saying women cannot be muscular, but I do have a real strong sense of a mother passing, and a lot of widows. Well, not a lot, but it's just like I feel like it's gonna be more than like people that I know. I feel it's gonna be more than one. Well, actually, I feel one, but be very careful. It has to do all with diet. He perceives the world from a different perspective and experiences a powerful rebirth. Reclaims his lost identity. So this is creation, altered reality, a new future emerges. So something is going to happen so significantly that it's a rebirth of your old self again, where you've lost yourself. So now you're rebirthing to a new... Yeah, I do feel that for some of you, this is going to be a passing of your partner. I'm very sorry. Hopefully we can get ahead of this. This is, why I do what I do and I say what I say. I like to fix situations. So hopefully by putting this out there, you're able to get on your partner and be like, listen, you need to start working out. You need to start watching what your diet. Not having a nap after you eat. That is so horrible for you. Laying down after you eat, it affects your digestion. Getting them out and moving. Maybe just starting to walk around more. Like go for a walk at night and stuff. Go for afternoon walks. This is in May. But this is April, May. April, we got the same sign as sense of solitude. But I feel it more in May. April is like kind of creeping on it, and then May I feel a little significant. While the hangman reveals waiting for a decision or changes in circumstances, he also invites you to take a different view. Oh no, this is in the reverse, isn't it? Yes, it is. Sorry, beg your pardon. Prophecy dreams is also additional meanings. The reverse card asks you to rethink an objective, as it may be unrealistic. A broader interpretation is wasting your time. You may need to walk away rather than wait much longer for a decision to be made. I feel like this isn't love. They're saying either get shit on the pot or get off. King of Swords. They're saying someone's going to make a dramatic entrance. like to save the day. This is where I'm saying, like, you know, you're going to become a widow or you're going to lose your partner. You know, like there's where you're rebirthing yourself. Maybe this is not even the passing. Well, no, I feel that. I feel like that this is a passing. But some of you, this will be like a break in the relationship. And this, you know, Knight of Swords is going to come in to save the day. Make this grand entrance. Professing his love. They're saying making sure that he's not looking at you through drunken goggles. Because you have a lot on your plate. Like, you don't need to be, you know, babysitting anyone. Or be another person's mother. I'm just clicking on it. So, oh, there we go. This is from the Astrology Answers deck. There's no book as well. It's online. When the Knight of Swords appears in your tarot, know that someone is rushing into your life or a situation without really thinking things through. There could be a bit of double-edged nature to this sword. You are being told one thing when really something else is going on. Some manipulation can be at play here. Someone is acting in this situation with no thought to how the actions affect others. And this is what I feel. It feels like he doesn't really think. You know, this person has kids, and it's like he's not really thinking, you're going to be the male figure in these children's lives. Do you not realize that she's not going to drop everything for you? She has children. She's not going to go to the clubs and everything. She's way past that. It's like, you know, that fun, caring person that you fell in love with is no longer there. She is now a mother. She is now devoted to her life as being a mother and her children. Especially in this significant time, and they're not really thinking. Sword energy is very quick, and thus this appears to come out of the blue, and also appears on the reckless side. Use your head to overcome this Knight of Swords, and wield the power of truth when he arrives. You can conquer this one if you are thinking clearly. Because it seems like you're gonna indulge in weed and drinking. That's why I feel like you're trying to get over something. Physical activity. It feels like that's how you two are going to come together. They see you smoking and drinking, and they think that that's a big green light to party girls back, and it's like, no, it's not. Maybe you just need that little time out to, like, you know, try to get yourself together again. Or just to numb the pain temporarily, you know, to move forward. But, ugh. This card indicates a need for exercise, which reduces stress hormones and releases feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and peace. Because you attract what you feel. You can constantly feel good. When you constantly feel good, you invite blessings into your life. Regular physical activity can better your life in various ways. It can enhance your physical and physiological well-being and reduce the stress of obesity and other conditions. When it comes to manifestation, exercises increases the energy flow throughout your body, which helps releases toxins and negative emotions. This in turn raises your overall vibration and enhances your connection to source. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural cycles and rhythms of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to exercise your body. Physical activity helps you feel good and about yourself. So I'm very sorry about this, like telling you guys that this is going to happen, but that's why a lot of people come to me, because I don't hide it. I just tell you the way it is. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. We actually had this come out on the Friday's pick a card. So it's like she has this key of ancient wisdom is Uriel. And with Uriel, it's your crown chakra. So if you feel like you're getting a lot of migraines, a lot of headaches, sinus pressures in your head, you could call upon Uriel to help you out. Or if you feel like your thoughts are not clear, like if you're on that hamster wheel of thoughts, you could also call upon Uriel to help you out. She's also like the fire of God. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Might help if you look at the right guidebook, eh? Spiritual connections, intuition, and inspiration. The card reverse indicates a block to your own intuition and the potential help and power from the spirit world. Perhaps you fear opening up to the side of your life, or perhaps it's just something that something that seems foreign or unrealistic. So maybe with this huge, significant event that's happening, that you may feel that you are hearing spirit more. Maybe it's a grandmother I'm hearing. 1 second. Sorry about that. The battery was dying. I feel like you're going to be more connected to spirit through this. I feel like this, with this rebirth, this new connection to source, you're going to be more open to spirit and maybe become a healer out of this. I feel like you've had this before. Maybe you've seen this coming. You're like, I had a feeling this was going to happen, but you kind of talked yourself out of it. Perhaps you fear opening up to this side of your life. Perhaps it's just something that you seem foreign or unrealistic. Either way, it's time to awaken the beauty and power of this realm. See your crown chakra spinning a beautiful violet and white light and call upon Uriel's passion and power to help bring this connection into being. Once you're open to the incredible peace and power that spirit brings, your life will never be the same. And it's not. A lot of people are drawn to you. A lot of people will seek you out for guidance and for healing when they're going through difficulties. Speaking from personal experience. But you meet a lot of beautiful souls, honestly, and you make connections with people and it feels like you've known them forever. So April, May, now we're on to June. When I lean on sustain, oh my gosh. Certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Love, compassion, very nice. So was it May and June? No, March and May. But June was going to be a significant month. So this June, so let's pay attention to this June. We're getting violet again, crown chakra again. They're saying June is going to be a significant month. So love and compassion. Also 2020, they're saying twin flame. And they're talking about for some of you, I feel like more children are coming into your life. And I don't mean in the sense of you being given birth to them. Like someone's going to go through something and you're going to end up taking care of these kids. You're going to be called upon to help them out with these children. I have a feeling it's 1 to 2 kids. Some of you, it's 4. Wow. All wounds stem from this illusion of separation from source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unique, unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever my bird's going nuts. You perceive as part of from yourself. True compassion requires not only to feel the warmth that immense when you are in touch with I think they mean hour, because they put hour as in like the time hour, our heart center, but it acts of kindness even in the simplest needs, being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver. Put our electrical energy and receive, drawing in a magnetic energy. These energies are best senses by attaining to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Readiness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separated. Look about you and inside you and do your best to love whatever you see. So this is talking about self-love. No matter what form you take in like a physical form, we're learning to love ourselves and love everyone around the world, no matter what shape, size, color, creed, or whatever we are. We're all connected at the end. I also feel this is like lovers kind of coming together. I'm hearing coming back together. That the first time around things were kind of mishy-mash. It feels like the male in this energy is grown more. He acted like a child before. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Indigo and crystal children. You have a bond with children. In particular, can help children who are sensitive. Indigo and crystal children. Archangel Metatron. So this is like children that have the shine on them, and they can sense what other people do as well. They know that they can go to them and feel safe and tell them anything. Wheel of Fortune, very nice, in June. I'm used to doing my pick of cards this kind of way, so it's like, oh, that's group 3. Nope. June. So this is a significant month. So some of us, this is going to be a new start of a chapter. So keep an eye out for the turtle dove. There'll be a significant symbol in June. Fate, destiny, divine law, opportunity, luck, change. That's so funny that Spirit said that June was going to be a significant month and we got Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an ancient symbol of luck and destiny. The twist of fate. Turn and alignment. Wheel of Fortune gives no judgment. Fate is simple. So stands for completion of a circle. It comes halfway in a major arcana sequence. The point which we shift our focus away from the conscious self to the cosmic force at play. Everything improves when the Wheel of Fortune arrives in a reading. Finances, work, home life, career, and relationships. You can also benefit from chance meetings and reconnect with people who live far away from you. Opportunities for success come your way. The card invites you to manifest your wishes through affirmations and actions, and to broaden your acknowledgement. Overall, you gain a wider perspective on your place in the world. Additional meanings, psychic work. That's so profound that spirits said that June was going to be a significant month, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have love at play here. I feel like someone that you didn't even realize lived in your same town you're going to run into them. I feel like you're going to run into an old love in June. Maybe they're a tourist. High Priestess, very nice. This is from the Astrology Answers Tarot deck, as well as the Ten of Wands. So it feels like you have a lot on your plate, and it's like a lot of weight on your shoulders. Why did it go back all the way to there? I'm uploading a video as I'm making this one. So everything's running slow. I apologize. I love how Spirit works, though. It tells us that June's going to be a significant month. And then Wheel of Fortune's at play. I feel with this children coming into your life that if you have to take responsibility for them, it's only going to be temporary. I just feel that they trust you so much with their children that it's like, can you watch them for a bit? I feel like they're saying a month or two. And then they will go back to their families. But this is like they're saying they'll be indebted to you. Just take it as that you're doing it for your higher self. That, if you believe in God or whoever you believe in, just take it as good karma will come back to you. You will be compensated. They will give you everything you need. They will come visit the children, but it's just like they need someone to help them out while something's going on. This may be a move. Maybe they're moving provinces or like a significant distance. I'm not sure. The High Priestess is a reminder that you don't have everything. You don't know everything in a situation. And here we go again. We got this in another month. It is possible that someone is withholding information from you or that you have not been given all the facts. You are seeing this card, which means you are the one that needs to employ your own devices to get to the truth of the matter. So I feel like someone's going to do something profound for you, but they're like, why? Why are you doing this for me? And I think you're going to have to do your own investigation, your own investigation here to figure out what's going on here. The High Priestess is very spiritual, but not bogged down by fantasy. She deals with facts, but you may not have them all at this time. This is not an action card, but a passive mulling it over card. You may have the answers within. I feel like you're going on the internet to find your answers on social media. I feel like you're going to find it on social media. Time out. So I feel like... Oh, I have to read the ones. Sorry. I feel like if you're taking care of these children, you're going to be taking a time out from everything else. This is going to be a significant challenge on you. Not a challenge, but it's like it's going to take up a lot of time because the kids are going to be like, why am I not with my parents? And it's like you can't say everything because it's not really your place to say why, but it's just to say, like, just tell them, reassure them that they're safe and that they will be back with their parents. The Ten of Wands is a card of being overburdened or overwhelmed in life, something that we can all experience on a regular basis. Most of these burdens we have chosen to pick up, and many of them are practical in nature. However, how am I going to get everything done today in 24 hours? This is the feeling of this card. But as every 10 in the tarot, this card is about the journey coming to an end. This is the cycle finishing for the time being. Some of these burdens can be emotional, and if we have hurt someone or are carrying guilt over responsibilities, the Ten of Wands may appear to us. The message of this card, whether your burdens are chosen by you or have come upon you, is to keep on keeping on. The end of the road is near. The sun is waiting to shine on you when you reach it. I feel like you're going to be compensated. If you take care of these kids, I think they're going to overcompensate you for this because you had done this for them. Spirit is saying they'll be indebted to you. Time out. So I feel like once this comes to an end, you're going to need a much needed vacation. This card indicates a need to take a time out from your busy schedule and hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable, or anxious, or generally feeling unwell. If you've been under stress of any kind or have been spending time in a negative and toxic environment, you must remove yourself from the situation to heal and recharge. This is the perfect time to take a vacation. Every day or two Even a day or two away will revitalize and recharge your soul. You don't necessarily need to leave your home. You could laze around the house, unplug your computer and phone, having an energy healing a massage or facial, soaking in a hot tub, a hot bath, taking a walk in nature, watching a movie, and reading a good book are perfect ways to unwind. Center yourself and feel the sense of renewal. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to take a time out. If you feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or confused, the answers will present themselves during your quiet time. Clarity comes from silence and order follows peace. So step away from the stress and find your inner sanctuary. That's what I feel. I feel like this new chapter, but I do feel that some of you are going to be asked to help out with someone else's children. Caring connections. And that's okay. I don't wish that on anyone, but, I would take it as a huge compliment that they trust you enough to watch over their children. Friendship, partnership of two, possible love. So this is in the reverse. This card reverse singles a break in communication or a parting of ways for two people, whether romantic, social, or business. The present connection seems to be at, in quotes, to a close, an end. If this is the case, consider what healthy actions need to be taken to move on. As difficult as a parting may be, it can often lead to bigger and better things. Keep in mind both the logistical and emotional aspects of leaving this connection behind. Make plans, vent your feelings. Always remember, with every ending, a new beginning is at hand. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, a new beginning as well. So when this connection closes, you're going to start a next chapter. I'm going to read the affirmation for this. I open my heart and my life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. So take this as a general reading for everybody. This is not a personal reflection on anyone. If you do want to personalize one, please feel free to reach out. DM me. I do 4 months for $40. It runs 1 to 3 hours. It's the same amount of cards for each month. Plus, I allow messages from Spirit to come in, just like I do now. And if any situation comes up, like where I said where the children are in play, we'll and you want to pull more cards on this situation, I will do so. So if that is a service that you would like to indulge in, please feel free to hit me up. All my information will be in the description box. Have a blessed weekend. As I'm filming this, it's Friday, so have a blessed weekend. And I will see you for the next 3 months. I believe, if I don't have time, probably next week. So instead of doing the pick of cards, I'm doing this. So if I have some free time, I might do it earlier. I am trying to get it done, but you guys, a lot of you know that my children film also for YouTube, so I have to give them time with the internet as well. So have a blessed day, evening, whatever time it is for you. We'll see you for the pick a card on Monday, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.